people to get to where they're going so that they can be successful.
Yeah, especially too, I'm really happy for it, in Strive in particular. Obviously, there's, so shout outs honestly to Series E and Esports Arena for continuing to support this game in particular. Street Fighter obviously is big, Street Fighter 6 is coming out, etc., but a lot of those players already have a lot of pretty decent sponsors and good opportunity. Strive, I mean, a lot of these, like you said, they're young. I mean, you said 15 years younger than you. I mean, for me, it's like 20, 25.
Yeah, I know.
Years under, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's great to see that they have. I mean, God, 16-year-old me, like 20-year-old me, if I could have gotten to this point where people were actually like flying me out to events like this to compete, man. One, it would be cool because that means there were national events back then, which there weren't. But still, having that kind of support for playing video games would be amazing.
It is nice, and it's nice to see that there are groups and companies who are willing to take risks like that. Meanwhile, we do have Stealthy and Razzo. Stealthy, Axel, been playing Axel for a while. Razzo, Leo, we all know the Leo. And the wildness of the decisions. When Rinj and I were commentating together on Monday, talking about Razzo, we were saying like wild. Hold on, I'll come back to that story. Did that work?
Oh no!
He parried it. Jesus, that was 5D chess, and I'm playing Candyland. Good lord.
Oh man.
Oh, but so Razzo's decisions, they're aggressive, but they're calculatedly aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah.
Which is something that Rinj pointed out. It's like the aggression is not unwarranted. It's not wild. There's so much calculation to what they're doing. Just like that parry, that was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a common archetype. A couple of the players that I have always felt like, Punko. In Street Fighter 4, he played what he called Gamble Seth. And yeah, it's a calculated craziness. Ceroblast is one of the most infamous players who intentionally plays as wild as possible to prevent their opponent from having a chance to think. And that is exactly what Razzo does, as Razzo takes game number 1 over Stealthy. And Stealthy, I mean, these tournaments.
It's great to see that too. I mean, especially with a character that is, I would say, underrepresented, like Axel. There are some notable players who play him, of course, Stealthy being one of them, but you don't see him as much. You see a lot of Leo, but it's always fun to see Razzo playing Leo. I want to see more crazy Axel bombers, and then just do more psycho stuff, and then do clothesline. That's all I want in my life.
And again, one of the tricky things about Axel, we talk about the pseudo zoners like Testament, like, some characters can play pseudo zoning, but they also have the ability to rush down. Axel's ability to rush down is still definitely weaker in terms of Strive, of what you want in Strive, and so he does have to kind of rely a little bit more on this defensive kind of style play. And again, Strive is such an offensive game. It's really hard for a character like Axel, even with all the buffs, to find the same kind of success as a lot of other characters.
Completely agree. And that's why you see the people who are playing the characters they are, and they are finding that success, because why work twice as hard when you can, do 2 little kicks and get a 4-hit combo and you're just dying. Thank you, Razzo, for demonstrating why people pick Leo Whitefang. In that moment, it was just great.
Yeah, and one of the scary things too is that, obviously Leo is just such a terrifying character when he knocks you down. So, here he goes. There's that jump T again. And gets the combo extension and the late burst from Stealthy, but obviously it's about to die, so got to use that at some point. Nice fake jump slash.
Oh man, 2 throws. That was really nice. Of course, Leo's not dead because he has a really high guts. The BRC underneath. Oh, YRC afterwards? Oh,
I'm actually not convinced that Stealthy was trying to do Axel Bomber. I checked his meter. He had the meter for Super. Maybe he just didn't notice it, because I'm pretty sure the Super would have killed. He won the round anyway, so no worries.
Yeah, but it's a shame. You could have clutched it out much sooner,
yeah.
And you want to close those rounds You just want to close the round. That's the end of the sentence. You know, there you
Yeah.
go. Close the round, because if you leave it open, you may have risked everything. Oh, that backdash, speaking of risky, you just got yeeted and deleted.
Oh my goodness. And how did that happen? Thanks to Esports Arena and Series E. It's really cool.
It is very cool, and it's great to see that Razzo has been flourishing under that sponsorship. Good lord. I get to see Razzo play several times a month. And it never ceases to amaze me how ridiculous she is on this character.
And man, Leo is just, it's funny to me because, you know, we talked about Tempest earlier being a Leo player as well. And, you know, Tempest picked Leo just to show everybody how broken the character was, because his goal was to get the character nerfed, and now he's in Arc Revo for using Leo. So, you know, it all kind of worked out.
Yeah, it sure did, didn't it? Oh my goodness, what a round start counter hit into, what was that, Winter Manus? And then
Helicopter
Razzo just does
spinny
Razzo
blade.
things. Helicopter.
Spinny blade. That's all I'm calling it. Okay, look.
I understand. Wow, these air throws from Razzo.
Nice.
Okay, that was a little bit riskier. And then a regular throw with the Drift RC up into the air, catches it with the super.
kill.
With wall break, it is
Ooh,
not
wow.
going to. That was hanging on to that one for a little bit.
Yeah,
But
Axel's managed to survive that, especially with the low guts. But look at all this meter right now. Stealthy has one more bar here, has the opportunity to do something with it. It's going to use the RC for pressure, but then doesn't get anything out of it. And Razzo was right back in.
no, that's unfortunate. Okay, just 2K, gonna clean that one up. Kind of anticlimactic.